What's happening, gang? Back in the mix. This is going to be, I don't know, van build maybe? First van build, first van video. Not much going on with the RS at the moment. There will be. Just put together the meth rig. That's like the test, not the test, that's like the sensor rig. It's called like a failsafe. So we've got a pressure sensor, the solenoid, and then the main feed in. The main feed comes on this side and that goes out to manifold bits and pieces. I started cleaning the garage, as you can see, maybe not. This is actually clean, kinda clean. And then this side I'm starting on today. So I'm going to mix between washing the van and kind of tidying the metalwork, kind of workshop side of things. So actually I've done down the side of the car, I've done this side of the car, back of the car, inside the car. Oh, it's just so horrendously boring, isn't it? It's quite fun before a show, just absolutely, you know, working 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, getting everything done, but then you got to deal with this afterwards. And all of this will be for sale actually. So all the wings, I'm going to put them for sale. I've got a complete interior with all plastics, door cards, everything. If you're interested, holler at your boy. I will be listing it on eBay for the vultures to pick at it. But if you genuinely want the complete interior, I've got steering wheel, door cards, everything you can imagine. If it's one of my followers or whatever, I'll do you a good deal on it. You know, I'm not out here to make money, and you know how it is. Every penny I spend on it goes in that. So really, you're doing me a favour. It's like a GoFundMe, but you actually get rare car parts. It's a good deal. Anyway, so I'm going to clean the van today. I'm going to sort the van out, see actually how bad the paint is. And I'm no detailer at all. I bought various stuff over the years from Clean Your Car. I find it like quite a good website for finding out information on products for someone as clueless as me, to try and figure out what you need. Because if you ever gone on Detailer's World or anything like that, I mean, you can get lost in the sauce real quick. And obviously there's guys out there who are unbelievably skilled at all this stuff, but I don't need to be. I just need a clean car and a car that kind of looks good at shows. And if you know paintwork, there's probably loads of different techniques and things you can use. Like a guy recently told me about ghosting. If you're using like cellophane to mask off stuff, which is what I did to do the cage and paint the cage. And it left this, because I left it on overnight, it completely ruined the whole side of the car. It like ghosted all the paint. So I machined it all off. It took me ages. And then he was just like, no, just use a heat gun and it comes straight off. And it did. I don't know this shit, so whatever. But anyway, back to Clean Your Car. They've always hooked me up, like, you know, not cheap prices or nothing, but they always hook you up with good information. They're always real honest. I had one guy once phone me because the clay solution stuff that I had ordered wasn't in stock, but there was a better one that he did have in stock that he sent me for the same price, and did I mind? And I was like, I don't even know, but it was decent, you know. He rang me up and he told me, and yeah, he was just a really honest guy. So like, shout out to those boys. But yeah, so what I've done is I've over the years collected loads of bits, loads of like these different sauces that all smell fantastic, that do different things, and I'm sure they do, but for me I don't really notice. So I've got a selection of stuff, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together like a foam snow canister thing, this thing mix of bits and pieces that I think will help clean or cut through all the crap that's been sitting on the van, because the van's been sitting outside a unit for a while, just getting sort of, you know, sediment and stuff on it, workshop dust. So I think what I need to do is just give it a proper blast. I've got the new Karcher set up, the old wind tunnel Karcher, and yeah, I'm just going to clean it, get it looking, you know, not covered in shit, and then at some point I'll machine it with the DA, which I've got like a really, I don't know what DA it is. Let's have a look. Hold on. So this is my years and years of collecting crap. So I got one of these Das Pro 6 DAs. I use this on all the underside of my cars. Apparently I heard once that this is used by, I don't know, I'm probably going to say this out loud and laugh at myself, but this is used by New York taxi drivers because their harsh, like really harsh winters are like super harsh on their cars, and they use this Colonite 476S super durable coat auto wax because apparently it really protects their cars. So I thought anything that I ever paint I put underneath the car, I always give it like 3 coats of this stuff. I would show you what it looks like inside because it is covered in shit from me using it under the car basically. So anything I've painted or anything new that's painted or even not painted, I'll just cover it in that just to stop it rusting, and it seems to be doing quite a good job. Of course it's a Ford, so it's going to end up looking like a boat anchor at some point, but that might hold it off for a bit longer. But this, I got all this stuff as a kit with this, I'm not even going to pretend to say that word, and all these pads and stuff, and I got it really cheap years ago. Black hole, baby. That used to look really, really good on, actually I think I did machine the RS with that. Yeah, the RS paint was really bad when it came out of the unit, and I machined it with this. It took about 2 days before, what's it called last year? What's the show called? Oh, Ford Power Live. Yeah, so I machined it with this. I think show glaze for dark coloured vehicles. So it says it's got hide swirls, all that sort of shit. So it's probably full of fillers. But once I'd done the DA over it loads of times, I did like a cut with this different cut stuff. Here it tells you what the cut level is, whether it's like high or low, medium, whatever, and then you can sort of mess around with the pads. So I've got a box of pads somewhere, I don't know, and you can play around with the. So basically, I always do like a soft cut pad, which is like a foam pad, and then a soft cut, and then I'll see the effects on the swirls, and then I'll just like stage it up to make a cut, but not that deep, because I don't have one of those PDIs or what they're called, paint depth indicators. So I'll just do the lightest cut possible, and then just basically backfill the paint with any type of polishes or stuff with fillers, because you know, no one wants to blow through lacquer, just to get it looking decent, and then it kind of pops for ages. So like, you know, the old pig, she looks half decent now, and it's still obviously the carbon needs painting, but everything that's paint doesn't look half bad, because that's what I've done. So anyway, like the Clean Your Car boys, they sell like Chemical Guys or Auto Finesse and all those, you know, decent brands. So over the years I've just got bits and pieces. So recently I got this one, a clean slate. So this apparently cuts all of your like fillers, waxes and all that sort of stuff off. So I'm going to put some of that in the mix, because I don't know what's been on the paint, so that some of that's going to go in there. We've got our Blid tar rate to take all the tar off, tar and glue treatment. So I'm probably going to slam a bit of that in there maybe as well into the mix. Sure, so it's clean. Maybe I need to spot use that. I'm not sure, but I've got some empty bottles. Some of these bad boys. I've got some of these. So what I do is anything that's like quite strong, I'll put it in there, maybe dilute it a little bit, maybe not, just to like get it on there. I always, whenever I do an order of this sort of stuff, I always order a couple of these because they're about £2 with the old head on. You can also get foamy ones. So if you've got anything like a snow foam, you can put a bit of snow foam in it, a bit of water, and then some of this sort of shit, and that will then obviously cause it to like dwell, foam up, but do its thing as well. So if it's like a tar thing or an iron out or whatever, so you've got Rejuvenate Paintwork Cleaner. See, I don't know when you would use that. I think I got that as part of a bundle. I'm sure it tells you, but what Clean Your Car website probably does is it's got a really good review thing, so you can basically, someone clueless like me can go on there, look at it, you know, you can see the stars or whatever, because obviously the stars mean that comes from people who know what they're talking about. I just need to know what the product does, and they're quite good, and the reviews, like, people really go out their way to help you on there and do like pictures and stuff. So for me it's like, it's amazing. I've got this headlight restorer, but that's actually for the road car, and I probably will use it on the van lights. So this is my go-to, I guess, car wash after I've done a snow foam. I'll normally use this in a 2 bucket, grit guards and all that stuff, because apparently, you know, you don't want to get grit back on it. I'll normally use this with a decent mitt. I've got like a lambskin, oh no, that's something else. I've got a lamb's wool mitt, I think, or some synthetic thing, I don't know. Those I typically use these waffly ones for the wheels. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to do a concoction and blast the bitch, just get it back to whatever. That mixing that now is what I use to clean the car before players, which is like super soft stuff to not remove any of the waxes or the hard work I put in. So I use this stuff. I don't really know what it is, but I know it's meant to be like pH neutral, and it's shampoo full coatings, so it's not meant to do anything. It's quite thick as well. It's not meant to do anything to the hard work you put in. So I just do this plus some of this stuff. This is that built Hamber auto foam, and then I just basically use that before a show with some the old, what's this stuff? This stuff that smells amazing, the old speed wipe, and I get that on there with some oh, I thought it was a sticker over that, with some microfibers, and then it just brings everything up super fresh. And then for all plastics and tyres and all that stuff, I use this, which again, there's probably better stuff out there, but I think all this stuff is actually really well priced. It's like 8 to 12 quid for each one of these things, and you can see by the size of my hands, they're actually decent size. So I've had that for ages, and yeah, there's still fucking shitloads in it. So whatever. But actually, I will say, I've used this since forever. I always use this on plastics, like engine bay plastics, cleaning up plastics, like scuttles, slam panels, door handles, all that sort of stuff. Anything of that like old plastic that ages, I always use this stuff for aerospace protectant, and it kind of just brings them up looking like new again, and it lasts ages. So once you've put it on there, it looks good for a long time. You just spray it on a microfiber, or as you can see, I've smashed the old trigger off, so I just pour it on. But it does actually do a good job. So I'm going to just mix all this stuff up now and do the fun bit. Yeah, if there's any car cleaning gurus out there, give me a shout out, let me know what I'm doing wrong, or how to do it better, or how to do it at all. Because yeah, like I always say, my way is certainly not the best way, and we're learning every day, always learning something. This pressure washer gun thing, snow foam cannon, actually is quite a nice bit of kit, does the job. Just putting this all together on one of these real things, and the new hose lock stuff's got this thing called Aquastop in it, which is basically just a check valve, right? So when it's got water pressure, it just shuts. It's got a little O-ring in there, it just shuts so it doesn't leak. So to have one of them at the end of your hose, you know, when you're running like meters, so I've got to run that about 15 meters around the side of the house to where the car is, or where the van is. But that is great, because if you disconnect that, it doesn't piss water all over the road, or, you know, just piss water away, especially with, you know, I don't want to say it, but with energy and fuel prices and all that stuff, you know, it's another cost. But as soon as you connect it, it pushes that back down, opens it up, and lets flow through. It's pretty clever. Shout out to Hose Lock. Anyway, if you ain't got one and you keep wasting water, go for it. Right, so it turns out when you connect one of these Hose Lock things, you connect it here, comes all the fittings, connect it here, goes through the system to your check valve, right? So that's where your stop is, which then connects to the whatever you're using, cartridge or whatever. Just a word of advice, though. Yeah, didn't order a sprinkler. Caught me out for sure. So just as a word of warning, if you're going to do it, take the hose all the way off, fit it, roll it back on. Learn from my mistakes. fun bit. It's like that all the way around. So, oh yeah, but you know, you can see, look, you can see it working. You see it working. Holy shit! It fucking smells. It smells like diesel, actually. Look how good that looks. Holy shit, I didn't expect it to work that well. I would say it's probably down to the snow foam that I just added. It's actually literally melting before my eyes. Holy shit, boys, look at that. Again, if that ain't a product review, hashtag definitely not paid for. Look at all that. Whoa, holy shit, gang. Look at that, the paint feels fucking fresh underneath. Oh my word. Okay, well you've just seen that panel before I touched it. And now you've seen it afterwards. Wow. Look. I mean, I ain't a detail, but maybe I should quit my day job. Maybe not. Look at that though. Right gang, I had to check back in. I actually didn't expect any product to work this well, but this was basically an old taxi. Shh, don't tell anyone. But it's got basically taxi 8-seater written right down the side of it. Look, watch this, look. You see that in the reflection here? Where it used to say taxi, basically it's all sticky. Right, watch this. I'm going to spray this shit on. And I'm not even going to let it dry. Right now, yeah, you probably should let it dry and all that. Look, watch the lines. Look, you see the 8 there? Oh god damn! Look at it! Right, let's just do a step back and have a look. Yeah, you can still see some reflections, I need to machine it, because that's obviously been on there years. But that no longer, that's amazing. Holy shit, that's great. It's melting before my bloody eyes. This is heavy. I honestly can't believe how good this is. Guys, you know me, I like to get excited over stuff, but removing stickers is definitely not something I get excited over. But this is years and years of like stickiness. This is madness. Look at it. Yeah, there's going to be people out there watching it going, oh yeah, mate, we knew about this years ago. Catch up. We're like, yeah, alright, cool. Prefer tomato sauce, you know what I'm saying? But this is decent. Really, really good. I actually thought this was going to be a problem, but this is definitely not a problem. Now, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing to the actual paint, because if we look over here where I've just done it, the paint is all, it's definitely gone quite flat, so it might be well aggressive. Might just fuck the panels, but I don't think so. Anyway, there's no sticky stuff on there anymore. Look, you see what I mean? That's gone all dull, almost like I've like 1000 gritted it. But it's alright, I'll get the DA on it. See what I mean? Look, that's, or maybe it's just bringing out, I don't know, strange. Anyway, it's an old beta, it doesn't matter. I like very much. Anyway, look, clean van. First van vlog complete. Like, subscribe. Don't like, don't subscribe, that's cool. maybe vans aren't your thing.